Billy Jaws Jr. here for an in-shop adventure. Yeah. I am sitting here just doing some stuff in the shop today. Let me turn this off. It's a little noisy. And just gonna bring you along for some of the little tasks that I'm doing. Getting ready to do a huge obsidian run. So we've got some obsidian slabs set out. We've got some more there. We've got some rough cut there. We got some final cut here. We got some here. Oh, I know what I could do. Reach you guys into here. Pull out a couple of these here. Whoop, they keep falling off. That's a good thing. Put those back in there. Those fell off. See, this is what I like about putting these in the freezer. They just literally come right off. Put these back in the freezer. Tech tip. It's very easy to remove the dock wax off the sticks if they're frozen. So, some of the little things that we're doing. And then these are going to go get cleaned up and then go through my final polish process so they look like this. And I've got one here that I am not exactly sure the type of this one. It is not translucent at all. And based on the outside edge, it's just hard to tell. I did not cut this one, as I have not cut all of these. These are ones that I have acquired over several years, along with these other ones over here. And so this one here was a freebie from Frank Newman. Actually, a couple of these I cut. I cut this one. I cut that one. I cut that one. But most of these other ones here I did not. And as you tell, they've got designs on them on the back. I don't like it, so I'm going to redo them. I don't like what I did. That's another one I cut. Okay, so some of them I cut. Some of them came from my buddy Jack. So, yeah, some of them are just not a very good quality cut. And you can compare it to the stuff that I've cut. This is why a good saw is worth its weight in gold when you're cutting slabs. Boy, I'm all over the place. Working on these here. These need to go back into coarse grit. Going to do some handwork to them, but they need to go back into coarse grit. Some thinner ones I've got special plans for. Again, the cabs. I've got obsidian that I've got to be working by hand, like up there. And got the cab machine ready to roll. I've got the beast shut down right now because it's noisy. The QT12 is rolling, it's not too noisy. So other than that, yeah, I'm just out here having a day doing a bunch of little tasks that need to get done. On these here, what I will do on the cab machine is I will clean up the backs a little bit, and then I'm going to round off this very sharp edge right here. So let's see about that. There we go. And you can see the little bit of chipping in that. So I'm just going to round that off so it feels good in the hand. So when somebody goes to pick it up and they turn it over, look at that. And again here, nice good polish on both sides. That is important to me. So I've got to prepare those 6 for that. I've got to get these mounted onto the dop sticks, the dop wax, and I mount them onto extra long sticks. I don't use the short ones. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. We've got some unique projects for these real thick ones I'm going to work on. I'm all over the place. That's kind of how my brain works. So back to this one piece here. I'm going to put you guys up and I'm going to draw out a couple of preforms. So there's a couple of different ways of doing these preforms. You can get templates from all over the place. And what I do is I sit there and I look at it, and this one here has no pattern on it. This is just going to be a solid black one. So I sit down and I look at the preform, figure out how I can maximize the stone, and basically it looks like that this way here is how it's going to be. So what I'll do is I put that on here, put a small clamp on there, and then I do any minor adjustment that I want, and then I just mark it out. Now you're wondering what this is. This is for a wax pencil lead. See, it's just wax pencil. And it makes it easier so that it does not rub off as easily. So there's that one. Got some other templates here that I want to use. I want to go that size, or do I want to go that size? And then if I did that one, how much is left for one of these? And that's too small. Nope, nope, nope. So I can't go that big on it. So I got to leave enough gap in here too, so I got plenty of room to run the saw blade. And you know, I might have screwed that one up, because I don't know if you can tell, this is cut back this way. But this side here will probably end up being the top anyway. So this would be the bottom, this would be the top. It'll be profiled off to go that way, so the profile will be on this side. So that's okay. So what I can do is I can put on here a B, so I know that's the bottom. And these are decisions you have to make all through here when you're doing these. Again, black obsidian, not hard to do. So again, put that on there. I'll go ahead and try to put a clamp on it. So it's another set of fingers. Look at it, look at it. Yep, that's a good spot. Gives me plenty of room for probably that one down here. So I will squeeze that one over just a little bit more. And then I'll go ahead and mark it. That's marked. Now, come in here and see the best way. Oh, that's a good position right there. Be a nice size cabochon there. Now, with this one being bigger than the normal one I would make for it, this one here will have a kind of a shallow dome to it, while this one here will have a more aggressive dome to it. So that one there is going to get cut. And I'm just going to show you how close I get to the lines when I cut them. Like that. And this one here I just drew with a regular pencil. So there you go. You can see kind of all the straight edge marks and how close I get to that. I don't like getting that close. It's up here, up in the upper right hand side. That is a little bit too close for my liking. because if I mess up, this shape could be messed up and I got to turn it into a freeform. But here, there's plenty of room for the saw. Yeah, it's going to be kind of tight in here, but I run a very, very thin saw blade. So there's plenty of room in there. So those will get cut here real soon. I'll put them over here. And then what I do is I grab this one here. And this is thinner. And the reason why I like the thinner ones is, see, look at this one here. You can tell there's no profile to that whatsoever. My star shapes and my cross shapes that I do, I leave them flat. So I'll reach up here and I'll just do the same thing. I will design, draw out the star shapes. And see if that's right where I want it. I was jumping the gun there. I'm going to feel the edge, see how it is to that point. I like that one right there. Now, downside about doing star shapes is there's a lot of waste. So I prefer to do these on material that I have a lot of. And you know, this wax one here is not going to work that well on this. And I just got this too, to see if it would work. And I don't think it's, it might. We'll pull it off and take a look at it. So that could be seen. And it doesn't rub off, so yeah. Under some lights, it's going to show up pretty good. Amazon, got no. Go out there and look for wax pencils. Mechanical wax pencils. Those are for contractors or for art and architects. So I'll do that. I'll fill this here up with stars and crosses, and cut that out and get it everything all nice and pretty, and do my final polishing process on that. Other than that, that's basically my day. I'm trying to figure out a good background to take photos of these. Seeing which one will work the best. So, and then I adjust my lighting overhead so to reduce some of the glare, but also keep some of the light coming in. So, yeah, this is just a day of me out in my shop. Lots of grinding to do on these. Gotta get these stuck onto some sticks so I can do the profiling. Some cutting to do. More grinding to do. I've got a bucket full of material down there I've got to sort through and do some grinding on as well. And then, once most of this material here is gone, then I can start cutting my own. And I've got a fair amount of it. But I want to burn through all this material here in the cabochons before I start cutting anymore. So this isn't the ideal material for me. I'm just going to use what I've got. As most of you can assume, I've got a lot of stuff I can cut and work through, but I just want to get rid of this other stuff first. And it works out. It's going to work out good for me. I don't like having a bunch of slabs laying around, although from the Vancouver haul, I have so many slabs. I have so many. And that's where a lot of these came from, too. I know this one for sure came from the Vancouver haul. I believe that one did too. See, there's even a little piece of snowflake in there. It's awfully thin. I'll figure out what I want to do with that one. That one may end up being a cross, because see, a cross would fit on that quite nicely. Decisions. And you got this one here that I don't know what I'm going to do with, because the cut was so bad. And you can just see how bad that cut is. Makes it rough to work on these. So online, yeah, I give people garbage for having inferior saws, and they come back and say, well, we ain't got the money and all this, and I understand that. But you've got to have, this is cut by Frank Newman. You've got to have a good saw to make good cuts, because it makes the cabochon making process so much more simpler. And you'll end up with nice polished backs like that if you do things right. So I've rambled on enough here. You guys kind of see what I'm doing, and just kind of a day in the shop. We'll probably be doing more of these. And you're wondering, well, what are these here? These are my last batch of non-obsidian cabochons I did, excluding this one. And I just haven't put them yet into their box to be sorted. All of these cabochons here are available, except for those two are not available. But everything else here is pretty much available. If you're interested in any of it, shoot me an email, JAWSJR1JawsJr@gmail.com. There we go. And if you're interested in any of these, let me know. There's always going to be some coming out, some new ones. I've got a bin full of ones from last year too that are same quality as what's got here. So if you're interested, drop me a line. We'll have a conversation, see what we can do for you. So there you go. And also, look at that pretty stuff there. This is the one that I did the spinning video on, the spinning short, where I took it, set it out into on the ice and did the spinning. You can see how big it is as compared to everything else. And then I've got some other pretty bigger pieces. They got some smudges on it. They need to get wiped. See, you can see that smudge right there on that. That wipes off. See, more smudges. That's the problem with this stuff. Smudge is really easy. See, wipes right off. That's a good size for a wire wrapper. So if you do any wire wrapping work and you'd like to see some samples of different pieces of obsidian, see more smudges on there, that's okay. Pops right off. But see how thin this is? Perfect for wire wrapping. So if you're a wire wrapper and you would like someone's material, send me a message as well. And we'll work something out for you. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been fun. I like showing what I'm doing. You see a lot of work in progress. A lot of work in progress. So, just remember, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine out in the shop, messing around with rock stuff. The ultimate goal, to make them shiny and pretty. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!